Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna look at some Ultra League Premier Classic content with Gliscor. Gliscor got a buff due to the wing attack update, and it feels like as if it got moved from being more of a spicy niche pick to the spotlight, and it's now a meta Pokemon. I've seen it quite a lot in the last few sets that I played, and it seems to be pretty solid. We are pairing it up with Walrein, Icicle Spear, Earthquake as the charge moves, Powder Snow as the fast move. The Gliscor itself is running Wing Attack, Night Slash, Earthquake, and as other backline Pokemon we do have the Trevenant with Shadow Claw, Seed Bomb, Shadow Ball. So nothing special about the movesets, everything regular. We are leading into a Swampert. This is a decent lead for Walrein. We are getting to the Icicle Spears faster than they are getting to the Earthquakes, but the Earthquake also does hit quite a lot harder, and due to the Shadow it is dealing a tremendous amount of damage, so I will definitely respect it. I don't want to get hit right here. And it is the Earthquake. They are not throwing the Hydrocan, they're not baiting. Right here I'm building up to as much energy as I can before they reach another Earthquake. They have the shield, they do, in order to get their second Earthquake off. I kinda like to preserve my health right here, and I invest another shield. In comes a Charizard, opponent switches out right away. They still have a shield left. We are doubling up, double Icicle Spear, and two of those would bring the Zard very low together with the Powder Snows. Opponent decides to shield. I am switching into my Gliscor. They have a lot of energy. Charizard also profits from the new wing attack change. They throw Dragon Claw first, which kind of surprised me. I thought they would go Blast Burn into Dragon Claw, but I guess in the end it doesn't really matter. And we are gonna go for the Night Slash. It's not enough to finish it off, but they are very low. Opponent brings in their Swampert again. Gliscor resisting the Mud Shots, and we are getting a Night Slash to knock it out. In comes their own Gliscor. We are gonna get to a last Night Slash right here. It's gonna do a decent amount of chip damage before we're getting taken out. Now we are both shields down, and I'm a little bit scared of getting hit by the Earthquake right here. I was trying to catch it, but the opponent just didn't throw it, so that's fine as well. We're getting hit by a Night Slash, super effective damage, but even though Trevenant is kinda squishy in Ultra League, it can take it. And opponent tries to catch right here. I am patient, I'm just fast moving, and now we unleash the Shadow Ball into the Gliscor. GG, that's it. Next game we have once again another Shadow Swampert. People really like their Swamperts. We're just gonna do the same again, and right here my opponent catches the move. This was definitely sloppy for me. I could have definitely prevented this catch by not throwing on alignment, instead waiting a turn. This is me wasting a full Icicle Spear, basically. But I was like, alright, if I can just keep alignment, I can line up my Trevenant against the Swampert in the back, and I should be fine. Throwing the Earthquake. Opponent shielded one. Opponent lets the second one go. And I'm feeling like maybe they bait right here, which they do not. They do not. I'm going for yet another Earthquake, because Icicle Spear, even though we are very low, would not take them out. Opponent goes for the Swampert again, and now they throw a Hydro Cannon. We are in the red. The Hydro Cannon is gonna be enough. In comes my Trevenant, and it's really unusual to run Sludge Wave, so I'm not really fearing anything. Opponent actually catches my move right here. I actually even did one Shadow Claw over, so I was kinda upset about this. They go into their Zard, and it's the battle of the wing attackers right here. I was hoping for a boost, didn't get the boost, but that's fine, right? I am shielding the Blast Burn, and Let's see if my opponent does decide to shield. They do not. They let it go. And they get to a last second 1 HP blast burn. But this is not range for a mudshot. We are double resisting the mudshot due to the flying type. So the Swampert has to throw a charge move at us. And right here we do get the boost. And I'm switching out. I'm trying to catch the move. Opponent goes for the Earthquake, which probably they had to. And now they have no more energy. And we're just gonna get our Night Slash. I even missed some bubbles because I knew it was over and I was just not really looking anymore. Alright, once again, Swampert. Is this the same game all over again? I don't know, feels like. Have we seen anything about Swampert? Did I mention that people really like their Swampert? Well, we go again. Same thing. I am usually respecting the Earthquake if they build up to it. 8 mudshots to the Earthquake. And this time my opponent tries to catch the move as well. But I am not throwing the Icicle Spear into it. Instead I go for the EQ. It's a shadow, so we take it out with 2 Earthquakes. I kinda do not want to give up my shield right here. I build up a little bit over, knowing that they need a few more Powder Snows to be at the Earthquake. Opponent decides to shield. And now they go for a CMP tie. This is pretty risky because they can't really know if they actually win it. I am deciding to go shields down. Opponent shields as well. And now it's a race, which I lose. And I thought like, alright, I kinda have to throw the move. And opponent actually goes for Icicle Spear. And I believe if I would have done another Powder Snow, I would have reached the move because I do live another one. So that's definitely a mistake on my end. I should have committed because the Icicle Spear didn't really do too much for me. In comes Azard and my opponent does a really good catch right here. Knowing that I will end up throwing the move. They catch it on Swampert. And now Azard will just go to town. Will blast with me. And before I can reach double Night Slash, they reach the Dragon Claw. That is game over. Really good catch at the end by my opponent. GG. Next up, it is not a Swampert. This time it's a Trevenant, which is also a pretty decent matchup for us. We are getting to the moves at the same time. A Seed Bomb and the Icicle Spear. They are trying to catch the move, bring their Warren in. I am not throwing my Icicle Spear, though I'm not doing the mistake again. We are Earthquaking them. They no-shielded. I'm shielding their Earthquake. Because it seems like my Warren has quite some play against them. And here comes another EQ. And right here they are very low HP. And I'm like, I think they're gonna throw right away. And I make a ballsy play and catch the EQ on my Trevenant. Then we farm them down. They don't get to another move. In comes their Trevenant. I'm like, alright, my Trevenant did the job. It absorbed a lot of energy. I'm letting it go. And they even bait me right here. We survive it. We get to the Shadow Ball. And we force another shield. Now I bring in the Gliscor. I was hoping that my opponent might immediately throw the Seed Bomb, which they didn't. Good for them. Good for them. We go for the Night Slash. I think the Trevenant is low enough. Yeah, definitely low enough to get taken out by it. And in comes the Crustle. This is kinda scary. I should have probably switched out right here instead of building up to the Earthquake. And now it's Walrein with a shield against a Crustle with a lot of energy. And I have to hope that they are running Rock Slide and that we are correctly shielding it. And at this point, I already felt pretty good. And I do shield the rock slide, and they don't reach 2 moves and it's game. GG. Next game we have Venusaur, another decent lead for Volvin. We do have to respect the Frenzy Plant. I am building up to the Icicle Spear, then I'm waiting half a turn, or waiting a turn in order to not get the move caught. And opponent lets the Icicle Spear go. They are already very low. And right here, I was kinda assuming that they would once again throw immediately once they reach the Frenzy Plant, and I'm catching the Frenzy on my Trevenant. In comes Nidoqueen. Interesting, that's I think the first and only Nidoqueen that I did see so far. People really have abandoned it since it got nerfed. And my opponent no shields the potential Shadow Ball. That is ballsy. We do get to another Seed Bomb, however. They have to shield this. And I'm thinking like, alright, I'll go into my Gliscor right here. I'm resisting Poison Fang, I'm resisting Earth Power. Go ahead. And they do throw the blind Earth Power. And I am assuming, alright, it's gonna be another Earth Power right here. But they actually have the Stone Edge and we're getting hit for quite some damage. In comes the Charizard. But we are still in a good position. We have a lot of energy on the Volvin. This move, I don't know what they did right here. They didn't build up to the Blast Burn, so I could just no-shield it without taking the risk of getting knocked out. That's why you always should build up to the big move, by the way. Because otherwise your opponent will just no-shield if they count it. We're shielding the Declaw. We are gonna be able to farm down. And now we just have 2 moves. Opponent still has a shield, but their Pokemon are both low. The Venusaur as well as the Nidoqueen. Opponent does shield. Then opponent tries to catch the move. I don't know. They are just prolonging the game. We are winning anyway. GG. That's it. That's it. That is the 4-1 with Gliscor in Ultra League Premier Classic. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, maybe leave a comment or subscribe. And peace out. See you soon.